Now I want to show you actually not the city center of Kiev, but a residential area. We call it sleeping area because most people actually live here like this, but work in the city center. So mainly buildings have many levels, and it has separate flats, and yeah, people live like this actually. Most people from Kiev live like this. So the space in such areas organized like this, yeah. So you have a high building, and near this building you have playground for kids with different stuff. It's quite interesting for kids, and also we have some space for small workout. Everything it is actually for free. You can just go down and walk with your kids and make some exercises if you want. So kind of this. If you're wondering how people park their cars in such areas, I will show you. So for those who actually wondering how people park their car in such areas, I will show you. So if you come home a little earlier, you can find the space. But if you come home a bit later from work, it might be impossible, unfortunately. So it's another one challenge. So if you are wondering why Ukrainians are not so happy nation, I will try to explain you. For example, you go back home from work you don't like too much, and you're trying to find the space where you might park your car and finally go home, but it's another challenge, and probably you back home and there are no lights or no water or something else, and that's why actually we are not so happy as other nations. Actually, I showed you these buildings where people live, not by chance. I would like to explain a little about air alarm. So as an example, when we in Kiev hear an air alarm and you live in this area, so it means you have to go to the shelter, and the shelters mainly are on a basement of these high buildings mainly. Or it's also might be a separate building like a kindergarten or a store, a shop, so it's separately, and you should go there. And why people not go, sometimes don't go to the shelter, I would say about myself. I live as well in such building, and for example at night I might not to hear an alarm at all, so it sounds on the street, and also I have notification for my on my phone, but actually if I sleep at night too deeply, I might not hear notifications and alarm outside. So that's why mainly I don't go to the shelter, unfortunately, and yeah, probably it's not right, but it's actually how it works. Yeah, so sometimes I just might not hear it, and sometimes when it's actually missiles attack, I might woke up from explosions, because of explosions, but not because of an air alarm. So now our lives, mainly people lives, look like this. А ви ховаєтесь під час повітряних тривог? Ні?
Ну, на роботі так, а вдома якось ні.
Ні, не ходите. Ну і зараз ви на пляжі там відпочивали, якби тривога була, то ви б нікуди не йшли. Там, ну,
Та ні.
а знаєте, куди йти, якщо що? Ну, от звідси там, ну якщо що.
Ні.
Не знаєте, бо я теж не знаю. Ніхто не знає.
Ну, дома, мабуть, кудись.
Мгм. Я зрозуміла.
Потому что я привыкла уже к нему.
Так і ви вважаєте, що це окей, не ховатись? Ну,
Все
типа,
окей. Но я как-то спокойно ко всему отношусь. Я в последнее время вообще научилась ко всему спокойно относиться. Я, конечно, очень надеюсь, что скоро все это закончится. Все на это надеемся. Но прятаться как таковой нет.
А навіть якщо там дійсно ракети і гупає, то ви все одно не
Ні,
ховаєте?
тоді ховаю.
Тоді ховаєте, так.
Це вже пахне, то тоді так.
This is almost like on the sea or something, but it's just Dnipro River in Kyiv. Thank you for accompanying me on this small walk. Obviously, don't forget to support me on my Patreon. See you soon!